Hey everybody, it's Peter from Centrail. Good to see you. What I was thinking to myself as I was thinking about my next video, how can I help somebody that is trying to get into the fragrance game or the fragrance collecting, or just knowing some fragrances. I was like, which ones would I have wanted for someone to tell me, hey, you need to go smell this one and this one and this one and this one. So you get a greater understanding of what fragrances can smell like and where they can take you. So what I got in front of me today is I have, near 20 fragrances that I think you need to get your nose on to kind of let you know where fragrances can actually go. All of these are amazing, and every single one of these I still wear today, and you will still get compliments. Some of them are a little bit newer, some of them are a little bit older, but all of them are absolutely fantastic. The first one that we're going to look at is going to be from Jean-Paul Gaultier. And of course, you probably guessed it. If you've been watching, fragrance videos for a while, you probably have this one in your collection. But if you've never smelled it, I think you need to get your nose on some of them. The original one came out in 1995. Le Male, super beautiful, sort of sweet vanilla, amazing party fragrance in the day. You have to get your nose on this kind of scent profile. Of course, nowadays, you can go with many flankers of this one, and many of them are really, really super amazing. You could go, for instance, with the Ultra Male, also a really good one, a little bit lighter, a little bit fruitier. Very nice, and you will still get compliments on this one today. Of course, you could also go with one of the newest ones, Elixir, or you could go with Le Parfum if you like it a little bit more mature. But the scent profile of the Le Males is one of them you have to try and experience. Absolutely wonderful for the younger crowd. They work fabulous. In 2016, a fragrance house called Parfums de Marly came out with a fragrance that I think you need to get your nose on. It is kind of like a Le Male a little bit. It's not quite as sweet, but it's going to be every bit as sort of powerful, and people will give you compliments. It's a little bit more elegant. You can wear this, throughout the day as well. And of course, it's going to be Parfums de Marly's Layton. Fantastic fragrance. You're going to have a spicy, warm vanilla. Once again, just like in the Le Males, only this is going to be a little bit more elegant, it's a little bit brighter. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, Layton is going to cost you more than a Le Male will, but this is the kind of dressed up version of something like that. And it's a stunning fragrance. You got to get your nose on it. Now, I'm not saying that they smell like they don't at all. But if you're the kind of guy that wears a suit and, goes to an office to work, then I think Layton would be great if you're a little bit more of a dressy kind of guy. But if you're like, that's not really me, I'm not the sweet guy, I'm not the dressy kind of guy, I'm more the guy that wants to wear a leather jacket. Why don't we put these right here, actually? I think that way you can kind of keep looking at them and see what it is and maybe, save it for yourself. If you're the kind of guy that doesn't really like, the sweet party fragrance or the dressy sort of brighter, elegant fragrance, not old world, not old school, but more contemporary, nice fragrance. But if you're like, hey, I want, I like a leather jacket and, I like it a little bit darker, a little bit smokier, a little bit more, seductive in a smoky kind of way, then you got to go out and find this one. Now, it's harder to find nowadays. They no longer sell it in the stores. You can probably get it at the Varvatos store or maybe online, but you gotta at some point get your nose on one of my favorites from the Varvatos line. And this is Chan Varvatos Dark Rebel. They also make a Dark Rebel Rider. It's a little bit lighter and it's all leather in here. Also very nice. But this one right here, it's like rock and roll, smoke, boozy in a bottle. It is so good. Unfortunately, this one does okay. It lasts pretty good. A lot of the Varvatos fragrances, unfortunately, are just a little bit on the weaker side. You got to respray them quite often. But this Dark Rebel right here, oh my God, it is so good. You'll have some dark wood, some rum, lots of smoke, leather. It's a fantastic fragrance. It smells exactly like this bottle looks. So if you like it a little bit deeper, a little bit smokier, a little bit more leather, just dark, then you need to get your nose on Dark Rebel. Super awesome for those days when you just want to throw on a leather jacket, wear jeans, white shirt, boots, and just smell totally mysterious. Great fragrance. Got to get your nose on that one. Another one I think you need to get your nose on is one from Lalique. And many people have talked about it. I featured it in many, of the videos because it is really that good and it's really amazing. It's going to be Lalique's Encre Noir. There's also a number of flankers of this one nowadays. And whether you smell this one or any of, the other ones, it doesn't matter. They're all really fantastic, except for the ombre. The ombre one, this one right here, was that Ombre Noir. This is going to be a boozier one. It doesn't smell like any of the sports or the à l'extrême. But you can get this one, if you see this one anywhere, at least smell it. It's going to be a dark, mossy fragrance, but sort of at night. It smells like a boutique hotel when you first walk into it. Gorgeous fragrance. You got to get your nose on it. Fantastic fragrance. And really, you can go with the à l'extrême, you can go with the sport. They're all just a little bit differently nuanced, but really good fragrances. So if you ever see this one out there, don't forget to get your nose on it and smell it. Really nice one. Encre Noir. Natalie Larson is behind this one. Great fragrance. Another one you absolutely have to get your nose on if you ever see it out in the stores or, when you're browsing around for fragrances is going to be Narciso Rodriguez. For him, this one came out in 2007. It's a fantastic fragrance. It smells a little bit like, imagine a rainy day, a little bit cooler, sort of hitting concrete with some florals in the back. Absolutely fabulous. It is so unique smelling, different than you've ever smelled. Now, there's also a bunch of other For Him fragrances at this point, and they're all really good. I think Vetiver Musk is the newest one. It's a little bit more mainstream, but also very nice. But this one right here, you have to get your nose on. If you want to build, if you want to build your nose a little bit and see what fragrances can do. Really, really gorgeous. The next one you also absolutely have to get your nose on. It is Roberto Cavalli's Uomo. I think it came out in 2016. And this one is going to go way into the sort of the violet lavender spectrum. Sweet, still powdery. It's got some honey in it. Gorgeous fragrance. The nice thing about this one, you can get this one online for a fantastic price. Now, I think it leans a little bit on the unisex side, but it is still absolutely masculine enough for you to wear it. No problem at all. All of these fragrances here will get you compliments. Super. 2016, there's also a number of flankers of this one, but the original one from 2016, Valentino Uomo, such a good sort of violet honey fragrance. Gorgeous. You have to get your nose on this one. Stunning. The next two are going to be to niche fragrances. I have a couple of niche fragrances in here, not too many. And this one is absolutely gorgeous. The presentation is bar none. It's Initio for Greatness. It is Initio Oud for Greatness. Came out in 2018. Smells a lot like Haultain. I think in one of my last videos I had Haultain. Very, very good fragrance as well. But I think if you want to get sort of a baseline of that scent profile, I think going with Oud for Greatness is going to be a little bit easier since Haultain is a little bit heavier, I think. I think Oud for Greatness is the way to go. It's a niche fragrance, so it's going to be a little bit more. See if you can find this one online. It's going to be warm, spicy, sort of a little bit of fresh greenness in it. Absolutely stunning. This is a fabulous fragrance if you want something deeper with a little bit of a woody oud in it. Fantastic choice. You got to try it. Another one that you have to try that you smell everywhere when you travel in Europe, especially if you travel like to Istanbul or something like that. The next fragrance seems to be everywhere. And it is Xerjov's Alexandria 2. This one, powerhouse fragrance. I mean, this one will stay on your clothes for a week. So will the Oud for Greatness. Actually, Leighton stays on there pretty good too. It's going to be a woody amber, very, very powerful. Some warm vanilla, powerful, a little bit more expensive, but this one also comes in a 50 ml, so you can save yourself some money because you literally only need maybe 3 sprays and you are good to go. Some maybe even less depending on what you're doing. Powerful fragrance, Alexandria 2 from Xerjoff, if you want to kind of explore a little bit with the ouds. Great, these two great choices if you want to see what that smells like. But of course, I understand many of you are going to be saying, I'm not wearing oud, you know, that's not for me. Some of you will love it. You know, I like all fragrances. I love where they take me. I love how they feel. I love just how they are all in general. They all have sort of personalities. They're like friends almost, right? So some of you are going to be like, hey, I don't want to wear oud. It's too much for me. I am more the old classic style of fragrance guy. I like, you know, the freshness of the Fougères, etc., etc. So I think you have to at some point go out and try Eau Sauvage, the original from Dior. This is a fresh barbershop fragrance. I think the original one was created by Edmund Rudnitska, and it is a fantastic fragrance. Bright, citrus, classy. You can still wear this one today and you will get compliments. It is just a perfect sort of fragrance to wear when it's a little bit warmer outside in a classic style. Absolutely wonderful. 1966, like I said, I think Edmund Rudnitska is behind the original one. Of course, it's been sort of reimagined over the years and it's not quite as powerful and astringent as it used to be. This is totally wearable today. You have to get your nose on this masterpiece by Dior from Edmund Rudnitska, 1966 originally. Now I get it. The you know, Dior Sauvage, Eau Sauvage is going to be a little bit more for your older gentlemen. So is my next one, but you know, I'm trying to have a little bit of something for everybody. There's another one that originally was launched in like the late 1890s or something like that, Fougère Royale. It was reimagined by Rodrigo Flores Roux in 2010. It's this one right here. Gorgeous bottle, by the way. I love how this one sort of bends in the back, so when you have it in your hand, it feels like it belongs to you, like it fits to you, almost like spooning it with your hand. Really fantastic. Great, love these bottles. Fougère Royale, also a wonderful sort of barbershop fragrance from back in the day. If you like, you know, those scent profiles with a little bit of, you know, spicy freshness, this one's going to have a little bit of a floral nuance in it. Absolutely gorgeous. You have to get your hands on, or your nose, I should say, on Fougère Royale. Beautiful fragrances. Both of these incredible fragrances from yesteryear that you can still wear today and get compliments if you're a little bit more on the gentlemanly side. Vetiver is a huge note in fragrance. And one of the absolutely best vetivers I have ever smelled is going to be a fragrance that originally launched in 1961 by Guerlain, and it was reimagined or recreated in 2000, and it is Guerlain's vetiver. It is bar none one of the best vetivers you will ever smell. It's so elegant, absolutely gorgeous. Love this one. So if you like, you know, the classic scents, you have to get your nose at some point on Guerlain's vetiver. Today, they come a little bit in the square bottles. They're not going to be quite as powerful. This is an older bottle, but I tell you, stunning, absolutely gorgeous. It's aromatic citrus with a little bit of woodiness. It's absolutely fantastic. It's got a little bit of tobacco in it. Smooth, soft, one of the best vetivers you will ever smell. If you see this one out there, get your nose on it. You will not regret it. And as you can tell, we're going through these, you know, rather fast because I said I had a whole bunch of them, 20 of them. Let's say we have a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We have a bunch more to go, might be more than 20. So stick around. And if you're enjoying this right here, this sort of fast pace, letting you know what you should, you know, get your nose on from my experience, then please do leave a like and subscribe. I would love to have you on board, and I hope you're having fun. Let's move some of these over a little bit because we're gonna need some room if we're gonna show all of these. If you're thinking, you know, I like, you know, classic fragrances, but I want something that smells completely unique, not quite so green, but absolutely wonderful, on the fresher side that I can wear, you know, day in and day out. There is one out there, it's called Acqua di Gio from Armani, and it is this one right here. fantastic fragrance. I believe Acqua di Gio means water of gods, and it is literally stunning. Many, many people wear this one still today. There's a whole line of fragrances, a whole slew of fragrances that have this sort of DNA. This is a phenomenal fragrance. You can wear it all the time. Signature scent worthy. It's actually at the point now where young people, okay, will wear this one from their father's closet. Someone just told me the other day that their son started to wear this because they didn't want to wear anything that was sort of out right now. It's too sweet. And so they wanted something that smells unique and wonderful. And he started to wear, this is a 18-year-old boy, and he started to wear, I'm sorry, man, started to wear Acqua di Gio from his dad, and he loved it. He says his friends are all giving him compliments. I mean, this is a wonderful fragrance. You gotta at some point get your nose on this. Really, really wonderful from Armani. And while we're on this, I was gonna do a couple of Tom Fords right now, but I think since we're at the Acqua di Gio Armani, we're gonna do a couple more sort of a little bit more mainstream ones real quick. One is, of course, you have to at some point try Bleu de Chanel. Stunning fragrance, still works. There is a parfum, eau de parfum, eau de toilette. For me, I wear all three of them in the same day. Like I will put, I like the way the parfum smells, closer to me and a little bit on my arms. So when I move, I smell the parfum. I will spray the eau de toilette on the outsides, and I will spray the eau de parfum right here if people hug me. So it's not too deep, it's not too light. So I kind of go and then I switch it up. I like all three. Beautiful scent profile. You have to get your nose on it. Some people say, of course, this is overdone. Too many people have worn it, etc., etc. But it'll still work all day long, every day. Fantastic fragrance. You at least got to smell it and to see, hey, this is what Chanel's been doing. Beautiful. Another one, of course, this is the Dior I was talking about earlier. Since we had Eau Sauvage, don't get that confused with the Sauvage from Johnny Depp. You have to at some point also smell this one. I'm sure you probably have smelled this one somewhere because it's been, crazy. I like the Eau de Parfum. It's my favorite. I don't wear it too much nowadays, but you have to at least get your nose on it at some point and see if it works for you. I do like the magnetic caps. So definitely between these two, I know lots of people have worn them, but don't not smell them because of that, because they are really, really fantastic. So let's move right into the two Tom Fords that I think you have to get your nose on. And the first one's going to be all-time classic, one of the best sort of dried grandma's fruit tobacco fragrances that will remind you of yesteryear. Absolutely stunning, gorgeous. One of the best fragrances, warm sort of winter fragrances, cold weather autumn fragrances, bar none. It's Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. I'm sure you've heard a ton about it. And yes, you have to go out and you have to get your nose on this one at some point. Absolutely stunning. All the hype's real. It's good. A little bit expensive, but I think worth it. Another one that you absolutely have to get your nose on is Tom Ford's Oud Wood. This is sort of its older, smokier cousin that, comes over for the holidays and maybe, makes a little bit of trouble. Deep, dark, woody. There's some agar wood in here, some oud. Very, very, very deep and dark. Also one of those fragrances you have to get your nose on because it is absolutely worth it if you like it a little bit more daring. Tobacco Vanille, everybody will love. This one's gonna be a little bit on the divisive side, but why not? And of course, these are my two Tom Ford choices. You need to get your nose on those. Then another one is from YSL. There's a whole bunch of them out there. Lots of them have been discontinued, but you got to do it. Of course, you're thinking La Nuit de l'Homme. Yes, absolutely. Like in one of my last videos, you have to have La Nuit de l'Homme in your collection. But you can also have various other ones. This is the original one. This is L'Homme by YSL. Has a similar sort of profile, as La Nuit de l'Homme. but a lighter approach to it because this is the daytime version. I think if you see this one out there, you can wear this one all year long and it smells really, really wonderful. That's L'Homme from YSL. Of course, wear this one during the day, La Nuit de l'Homme at night, and you will be set. Beautiful, beautiful sort of cardamom, sweet citrus fragrance. Very nice. Another one that you absolutely have to get your nose on at some point, because, you know, this is how you build your style, right? Is another Guerlain. Did we have a Guerlain here already? Feel like we had a Guerlain, or we had the Vetiver. This is L'Homme Ideal, the original. And this is the Eau de Toilette, I believe. Yes, it's the Eau de Toilette, the original one. There, of course, at this point, there is, you know, a whole bunch of other ones. I have them right here. And it doesn't really matter. They all have an almond nuance, which is really wonderful. Beautifully composed, super smooth. Such a good fragrance. Now, this one is a little bit older. And you can still find it. But any of these, you have to at some point get your nose on and try them. Of course, a lot of people like the Extreme, the one in the red, which, you know, it kind of amps up all of this. But basically, you have to try one of the Ideal fragrances. Stunning fragrances. But if you like the note of almond, really, really wonderfully done. If you were like, hey, you know what? I don't... you know, all of this is too much for me. The oud and, you know, the heaviness and the smoke and the rain and, you know, the classic old style fougères, not for me. I want something just simple and clean. Then you can go with Prada's L'Homme. Perfect, perfect fragrance. This is like a clean dryer sheet. I only have a small bottle left, the big one I ran through. Absolutely gorgeous. Prada L'Homme is just, it's so easy to wear. It smells like it doesn't smell like shower gel. It doesn't have that sort of astringent sort of shower smell to it that a lot of, you know, people think that's what shower gel smells like. This is very, very smooth. It's a little bit on the mellow side, like a really, really nice smelling dryer sheet. If you want just something super easy, you can wear it every day. This one will never go out of style. The Prada L'Homme, absolutely gorgeous. Now, like I said, everything here is going to be a little bit more on the, you know, sort of mainstream side, you know, except for a couple of items. You know, the Varvatos, the Narciso Rodriguez, definitely not mainstream. Some people will like it, some people won't. Yeah, all the other ones pretty much sort of mainstream. There are a couple of fragrances out there. My last one's going to be one if you're not into fragrances and you're like, hey, I still want to smell good though, but I don't want to feel like I'm wearing a fragrance. Okay. And I have two more. The next one coming up is an absolute stunner. It's a winner of like Best Fragrance Award. And it is so unique and it lasts on your clothes for days. And it's wonderful. You could wear it all year long. It's really powerful enough in the wintertime and it's soft enough in the summertime. You just adjust your sprays a little bit. And it is Marc Antoine's Bourrois. Some people say it smells like Marc Antoine Bourrois' Ganymede. Some people say it smells like space. Not really to me. It smells like a really beautiful summer fragrance to me. And it, believe me when I say, when you spray this one, people around you can smell you. You won't be able to smell that much on yourself, but it's such a gorgeous summer fragrance that you can wear all year long because it's so powerful. It's a different kind of depth. It is definitely a modern way of making fragrances. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Get your nose on this one and let me know what you think of Ganymede. The last one that we're going to look at, and I hope you've had fun so far, is from Geza Schön, and it is Molecule 01. Okay, this is a fragrance that when you spray it, you can't really smell it, and it sort of appears and disappears as you wear it. You get a whiff of it and then it's gone, and you can layer this one with all these fragrances. You can wear it by itself, and it is absolutely gorgeous. This one is called ISOE Super, or ISOE Super. It's a synthetic molecule that they've created. and it works beautifully. It sort of lifts fragrances off of your body, off of your garment when you wear it. So people spray this underneath, and you can wear it by itself. It kind of mixes with your body chemistry if you spray it on here, and people will smell you nice and clean, beautifully sort of effervescent is a word that I hear a lot, and this one truly has that quality. Stunning fragrance. You can wear it if you don't really like wearing fragrances, then you can wear this one or lay it underneath the other ones to kind of make them pop a little bit more. And that's Geisha Schön's Molecule 01. Very, very unique. I hope you had fun. I know I did. I love all of these. I love all my fragrances. Yeah, if you did have fun, please don't forget, to like this video and subscribe. I loved having you with me. I loved spending time with you, and I will take care, and I will talk to you soon.